Good evening. My name is Patrice George Robert Doherty-Bigara. The subject is about retention of engineering knowledge and experience. The study targets to examine engineering knowledge and experience in Company X, which provide mechanical manufacturing and installation services. Since incorporated in 1960, the firm has remained committed to offering quality product and services to a wide range of customers that operate in industries such as mining, sugar, and gas process, and port logistic. Additionally, the company has steadily grown in knowledge and expertise to ensure its large pool of customers is timely provided with quality products and services. Its services range in size from the replacement of mechanical equipment to deliver large material handling and sugar handling projects. Determination of meeting quality imperatives is also manifested through leveraging strengths in heavy plates fabrications, pressure vessel, and mechanical instrument manufacturing. The overall performance of Company X has been negatively affected because of high labor turnover. First, it is apparent that long-term staff leave and such makes the business to lose contracts, expertise, and knowledge. Second, new graduates recruited by the organization make an early exit from the company to open consulting offices. Others join rival and use information and experience gained to outdo their former employees. Lower retention practice in Company X have adversely affected performance in terms of sales and competitiveness. Accordingly, regular hiring and training activities are very costly to the company since it reduces profit margin. The process also consumes a lot of time, which could have been used on different important practices. Management of Company X ought to develop an appropriate employee retention program to keep its workforce from an extended period. Investigation of the cause of high rate of employees turnover in Company X will play an instrumental role in enhancing overall performance. The reason for examining the problem is to get the insight into the cause of high turnover. Thereafter, the result will be used to formulate strategic decision of an employee's retention program, as well having appropriate and effective procedure to retain competent workers in the firm will produce the opportunity to concentrate on vital issues, including key competencies in order to seize potential opportunities. Moreover, a comprehensive examination of the topic will assist X to address every cause constituting to high case of turnover. For instance, research findings will assist in human resources management to design a pay system that will attract most talented workers. Currently, the creation of knowledge is considered as an approach used by most organizations to create a competitive advantage for sustainability. ALTIT 2017, for example, talk about that. In this context, the research basically aims at examining various factors that affect retention of knowledge in Company X. The aim will assist in offering recommendations on how to prevent employees for leaving the business in applying knowledge gained in other organizations or running their own consulting firm. With the high turnover experience in the company, it is evident that its performance will be affected because of those entitled to spearhead innovation exit, leaving a gap in the company. Thus, the research will play an instrumental role in identifying potential causes and further allowed formulation of effective recommendations to overcome the problem. Knowledge retentions play an instrumental role in enhancing performance of the firm. According to the existing studies, various factors influence the employer's ability to stay longer in an organization. Some of the causes suggested by Garcia and Colt 2017 include management strategies reinforced by the firm, business culture, benefits and remuneration policies, and performance evaluation. An individual who is not satisfied by one element may be affected by the other and thus exit the company despite being offered adequate trainings. Companies that fail to embrace best practices regarding these factors are highly susceptible to loss of experience and talented workers who either open their own consultant offices or join competitors that offer attractive compensation benefits in the sector. With the tremendous change in technology, it is essential for an engineering firm to retain its workers for a long period to provide the opportunity of making a long-term projection and capitalize on innovation to meet user demands. Therefore, most of the available literature delivers into this factor or suggested that an organization must adapt the best strategy to prevent labor turnovers. Nature and knowledge management strategy, various approaches are applied by companies, but the most variables that affect this aspect include knowledge strategy, intellectual asset management, personal knowledge, asset responsibility, and talent creation and transfer. A company that lacks an appropriate and precise policy in those variable is highly susceptible to labor turnover because individuals have the freedom to acquire and apply the skill and secrets learned in any company. As a result, the engineering firm based on these elements to restrict its employees from working for competitors or opening consulting firms that provide similar services. Organization culture entails elements attributed to the promotion system and career development. The key variables involve transparency in career raise in top position, opportunity to receive a promotions, incentive to take a top position, a personal appreciation in professional growth. Individual with vast knowledge and experience on a particular area require special treatment in terms of compensation and ease of achieving professional growth. High level of professional qualification increase individual ability to hold a top position in the industry as well as easily get low paying jobs. Therefore, it is important for a company to create a positive culture that supports career development to prevent its workers from seeking employment from other firms. Benefit and remuneration policy individual decisions to leave or stay significantly depend on the benefits and remuneration policies put forth by a business. Importantly, best practice attract competent and talented employees and influence existing workers to stay longer at work in the company until they retire. The most critical variable associated with this element include increased responsibility for financial recognition, salary bonuses policy. The allowance are on continued education and benefit to family members. Offering these benefits to a long servicing and experienced workers act as a source of motivation and further enhance the level retention's performance evaluation. These practices allow the firm to accurately evaluate the contribution of its employers to determine the most appropriate method of rewarding outstanding performance. Hence, the key variable include incentive for self-employment, feedback with periodic analysis of the direction and suggestion and criticism from colleagues. Adopting best strategies rewarding these elements influence the workers to stay committed to assist a company meet ultimate objective rather than focusing on getting an employer who can offer best terms and help them achieving personal and professional development goals. Organization culture model is classified into two broad categories, including dimension model and interrelated approach. These theories collectively help a business to reduce complexity and enhance thematic distinctions such as boundaries in environment, processes, and provide structures response to problems. For instance, this theory assists in distinguishing between the external and internal environment on issues such as strategies, operation structure, and litigations. Thus, this approach will play a significant role in determining the most appropriate way of reducing. The framework was developed from the existing informations concerning knowledge retention in the engineering sector. The independent variable will include nature and knowledge management strategy, organization, culture, benefit and remuneration policies, and performance evaluation. On the other hand, the dependent variable will be knowledge retention as shown in figure 1.1 above. The first question will be to examine potential factors affecting retention of knowledge in company X. The question will held in finding the solution concerning potential causes of high turnover among employees with vast knowledge concerning the overall operation of the business. The second question is to determine measures that can be adapted by a business to promote retention of innovative and experienced employees, particularly for an engineering firm. The last question will be to examine the benefit associated with retention. Quantitative approach will be used. Justification, qualitative method is adopted because the research aims at developing a comprehensive understanding of the factors affecting knowledge retention and further evaluate the new knowledge and ascertain if it's all the truth. Moreover, qualitative approach is preferred because the sample size will be smaller than 100 participants. Additionally, a sample size of fewer than 100 participants will be used to reduce the time and cost required to sort and analyze collected information. The selected population will be current and ex-employees to ascertain why they may be willing to leave and reason for departure, respectively. Individual contact will be got from friends and various companies across the country. Essentially, the researcher will engage 60 people and contacted through emails and telephone calls. Probability sample, specifically random, will be used because they will use enhance objective and minimize biases. Survey are preferred too for the research because they are relatively easy to use, allowed collection of broad range of data and cost effective. Additionally, surveys will provide the opportunity for individuals to share their opinion concerning the issue without being biased. As a result, the study will be in a position to effectively respond to questions. Ethical consideration is a critical issue in ensuring a research is effectively conducted and yield accurate result. In this case, the three most important factors will be addressed to enhance objectivity, including seeking consent from participating, obtaining more clearance for companies in which its employers will participate, and maintaining the autonomy of respondent. Well, that's the end of my presentation for my research, part A. Thank you for your time and interest in my research. For those who will have access to my representation, those are references. And thank you and good evening.